guys, I'm back home for a little bit visiting the family, and that doesn't mean though that you can just forget about cooking. No, in fact, I've even brought my Excalibur food dryer from the boat with me. What I'm going to do is dry a little bit of fruit while I'm home in the evenings, work on a little bit of beef jerky. I'm wearing my cowboy outfit because we're going to do some barbecue, Western style jerky. The key to it is, I found this at the supermarket on sale, nice thinly sliced, and that's it with jerky. Try to find what's on sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate it overnight, and tomorrow I'll show you what we do, but basically I'm going to pat that off because I don't want to leave the wet barbecue sauce on it. I'm going to polish that off there, wipe it off a little bit. Then I'm going to use a little dry rub, and then we'll dehydrate it, and we'll have snacks for when we go sailing. Alright, well, it's been 24 hours since we started to marinate the steak. Now we're going to slice it. I'll show you how we're going to slice this. It's not just going to be straight. We want to cut it on a real fine angle so that we flatten it out a little bit. So the idea here is we want to double check, make sure we have all our fat off, which we do. Now we're going to cut this almost like a flank steak. See how I'm doing this on a real sharp angle? And thin, very thin. So we're going to cut all our pieces like this, nice and thin. And then we're going to lay it out on our Excalibur food dehydrator, and it's going to take roughly 6 to 7 hours. We're going to process this a little bit more first. Well, let me finish slicing. Now I've got all our meat sliced up. We want to try and get as much of the liquid off of it as we can. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just going to take a napkin here, paper towel. I want to dampen it, dab the meat, get the barbecue sauce off. Then we're going to do a little bit of a dry rub on it. Now you can buy a dry rub already fixed up where you don't have to do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little cayenne pepper, some garlic powder, some cumin, some seasoned salt, and some chili powder. I'm going to mix my own, and that's what I'm going to sprinkle on top for our beef jerky. And you know, this is really where some of the fun comes in. You can experiment with different things and try it. I mean, I could use different rubs on different trays of this meat. When I get my Excalibur sheet out, lay my meat out on that, nice and space it a little bit so that the air can get to everything. And just sprinkle, you know, if you had a little shaker, you could put this in a shaker. I'm just going to kind of shake it out on here. And then whatever falls through, I'll just recapture that. Got it on one side. Flip it over. Alright, now this is ready to go in the food dryer. I'm going to start it off at about 100 and I'm going to set it for about 140 degrees for about half hour, 45 minutes. Then I'm going to turn it down to 125 and we'll just let it bake. We'll see, or dry, it's not going to bake. We'll let it dry and we'll have beef jerky for our next sailing cruise. Alright, so I got the meat, put it in the Excalibur food dehydrator last night, ran it overnight. It's finished. Let's take a look at the product. This is going to be good. Oh, look at this. Whoops. Look at this. Perfect. Now you see what you want to do. Try and get this up here. When you bend this, you see the little white in here? That's how you can tell that it's done. It's not too dry and it's not wet. This looks good. But you know, the proof is in the tasting. Look at this. Oh yeah, I like how that turns out. Now the thing is with this, you can experiment a little bit, try different flavorings, different seasonings, see what you like, be creative. And thanks to Excalibur and the way that they've designed this, it's very efficient and very tasty. Well, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends. See you next time. Oh yeah, one more thing. And you see, then after I've taken all this off, to clean it, all you need to do is put it in a little soapy water.